What up, though? It's your boy Sid. And let me tell you something. I'm just gonna end the intro right there because we're gonna get into the video. Now remember, I was telling you guys how slow the centers were in this game. And I'm about to show you proof. Look at the center in this game, how fast he is compared to the other players. Here it is right here. Look at him in the green. Number 12 in the green. Your boy is laboring. He's laboring. Yikes, boy. As I'm doing these videos right now for the power forward, I have been shown some very, very interesting news. If you all know, official Mac 10 just sent me some very, very interesting news, man. Like literally just sent it to me. And as you can see right here, it has Tyler Hero as a level 3 scorer. That's his archetype. It says level 3 scorer underneath it. I don't know if you guys can see where it says level 3 scorer. I'm about to put it up close. It says he's a level 3 scorer. Now that's crazy. Then it has somebody else up here. I can't see the name of who this is, but it's calling him a deep range shot creator. Deep range shot creator. I don't know. That means that the archetype system is going to be very, very, very specific. Very specific. It says that John Wall is classified as a two-way slashing playmaker. A two-way slashing playmaker. That sounds like 3 archetypes to me. If somebody's classified as a two-way slashing playmaker. Now everybody has been saying in the video, somebody, there ain't gonna be 3 archetypes, Sid. There ain't gonna be 3 archetypes. I'm trying to tell y'all, I be knowing the direction that 2K is going. Not saying that you're gonna get 3 takeovers, but I'm telling you that y'all are going to be able to put an extra archetype onto the end of that player, and it'll make you something different. It may not happen at the beginning when you're doing your attributes, but as you progress through the game, you will get certain value to what you're doing, and you'll be able to get another archetype onto your player. So you got John Wall, two-way slashing playmaker. That's 3 archetypes. That's defense, that's slashing, and that's playmaking. So what I'm trying to tell you guys is correctamundo. I'm trying to tell you, I've been knowing the direction that they're going to take with the game. I've been trying to tell you, niggas, I've been trying to tell you that I've been knowing what's going on. I know what they're going to do. So please understand this right now. You're going to be able to put 3 archetypes onto your player eventually. Maybe not at the beginning, but they said we're going to make superstars. Superstars to me equates 3 archetypes. 3 different things, 3 different levels to where you can go and take your player to that realm. So understand, when I'm giving you these builds that I'm trying to tell you that are going to be great, think about when I say you're going to have to add this to it or that to it. But the primaries on it will be the 2 arcs that you get. But you will be able to round that player out. This is why I'm telling you the players that I'm telling you and the things that I am telling you. So understand that right now. My absolute number 1 build at the power forward position would be a shot creating athletic finisher. This 2K is going to be very, very, very big for this build right here. Last year it wasn't able to really take advantage of the mid-range, and this year I believe that this build will take full advantage of the mid-range jump shot this year. It can also be a secondary pick and roll build or pick and pop build. I believe it gets pick and popper in this 2K on bronze. So maybe we'll be able to see something like that. But this build is going to be a monster. If alley-oops are back in a big way, then this build right here is perfect for that, because you've seen what people were able to do with the alley-oop cheeses and the little things that they had to do off the cuts and the back doors. This build is perfect for that. But also, it is an ISO build. When this build got takeover, it was a complete shut down your whole team ISO build. If you got the chance to watch Let's Get It Ramo, or Ramo, who plays in the league right now, this man went ape with this build. When he was the first person I seen with it be effective in the Pro-Am this past year. So this build just has it all, man. This build has it all at the 4. If you want to have somebody that's bruising, gets to the paint, can do damage in the mid-range, especially this year, the court's going to be bigger, man. Can't stress that enough to you. The court is going to be a big factor, while this 2K is going to be wide open offensively. Finally, it's going to be balanced, I think. So this build right here is the perfect balance, the perfect marriage between mid-range and attacking the basket. I don't know if it'll be able to shoot threes the way that it shot him this year, but this year that build was knocked down like every other build in 2K. So we're going to see what they do with the shooting. But we know it's going to have a mid-range. The shot creating puts it in the category where it has a mid-range jump shot. So this build right here is my absolute #1 build at the power forward position at the beginning of the game. My second best build for the forward position, the power forward position in 2K20, is going to be a sharpshooting rim protector. Now, I know a lot of you have seen a lot of these builds out here, but I think it's going to be extra important in the new 2K. This 2K20, with the court being bigger, I know y'all are probably tired of me saying that, but with the court being bigger, off-ball movement is going to be very prevalent in this game. It's going to be super important that you have good players that know how to set off-ball picks, know how to get open off of the off-ball picks. This build is perfect for that. Reason being, it can pop to the three-point line after a pick on the off-ball. It can be a secondary pick and roll on-ball pick and roll player. It can also get to the rack and finish. These builds were very versatile in 19. In 20, I believe they will be even more versatile because of the fact that there's going to be off-ball movement, especially for three-point shooters. All three-point builds should get some sort of off-ball movement or something that helps them to get open off-ball, because three-point shooters are very aware of wanting to get to that three-point line. And this build right here will do it perfectly, and you can go back and you play defense with this build as well. This build will be very good in pick and roll. If you have a different type of center at the 5 position, then this position will be able to get on that actual on-ball pick and roll and defend that. So you can have the center do something else or play another build or something like that. So this right here will be very versatile for people to have. I didn't go two-way stretch with this because of the fact that I think that the shooting isn't as important with this build. This build, it's more important for it to be out there to set picks, get people open, and get its little jump shots off of the pick and pop, off of the pick and roll. You know, those things are going to be open for this build this year, because if the court is bigger and people make those cuts, they're going to have to commit further, and this build can actually get a couple of jump shots off, or it can get into that little area where, you know, you can do some damage with layups or some open cuts. You can really do some damage with a build like this, and this build having defending in it it's pretty quick. It's not slow. So it'll outrun other fours, other people that have those fours out there that went for scoring, or that just want a stretch four. It can dominate a stretch four. So, you know, those things are something you have to look at. But this is my second best power forward build in the game. As far as when the game comes out, you guys will see that when you get a chance to get out there and you see that the defense is probably still the same, but a little different. Offense may have more weapons. So this build right here will be great to put out there. My third best build at the power forward position would have to be a defending rebounder or two-way rebounder, however you want to slice it. You want a Dennis Rodman on your team. You need somebody that's going to play Dennis Rodman on your team. You need it. And this build is perfect for the off-ball system that I believe is going to come into the NBA. 2K franchise right now. I believe that the NBA 2K franchise is about to make a complete rehaul, a complete reality check, if you will. I seen how slow that the centers are gonna be, and it looks mind-boggling how slow the centers are going to be. I may show you at the end of this video how slow the centers are going to be. Yikes. But they're not supposed to be outrunning guards on the break and catching up to guards on the break and keeping up with guards on the, being able to press guards up. Like, you saw a lot of centers this year, they were pressing guards like this is high school or some shit. This is not high school. This is supposed to be the professional level of basketball. You don't see Hassan Whiteside pressing Kyrie Irving. You don't see that because it don't happen. Kyrie will blow by him like it ain't even nothing happening. It's ridiculous. So I think that they're now rehauling the game, and a complete reality check has now been thrown into the game. I just don't know how much of it that I saw was actually going to make it to the retail version of it, but it looks like, yeah, fast breaks will again be back in the game. 2-on-1s, your 3-on-2s. People are going to have those situations back. So please understand that this bill right here is very, very important. Everybody needs a rodman on their team. Everybody needs somebody that does the dirty work on their team. Everybody needs somebody this year that's going to be setting off-ball screens for plays that will have to be run in order to get people open. This is going to have to happen. From what I've seen, this game is going towards realism. It is going away from that arcade style. You got to dribble all the way around the court. There's still going to be people that are able to, get they sauce going. But I think it's going to be in a different way how they get their sauce going. This is going to be predicated. I'm just talking about the Pro-Am. Now, Park, I don't know. They might arcade it up a little bit for the Park heads and all that stuff. But as a Pro-Am player, you're going to have to understand plays will be run. All that's going to have to happen. You're going to need these type of players on your team. You're gonna need them on your squad. My honorable mention build for the power forwards is a pure stretch. I mean, everybody's gonna go out there and make their pure stretches because everybody's gonna say that the pure stretch is dead and you can't shoot over heads and you can't do this, you can't do that. But trust me, pure stretch fours will always have a spot in the game. Pure stretch fives maybe be a too much of a stretch, no pun intended, but pure stretch fours will be in the game. And we'll see how they actually perform in the game. But everybody said they were going to be trash this year, and look what they did. They're shooting over people's heads. They're killing people from the outside. They're doing some of the most ridiculous things out there on the court in 2K19. So you're going to see them in 20. Hopefully it's a little bit quelled and it's not as dangerous as it was in 19, but you never know, man. You never know what they're going to do, what they're going to try, how the game's going to be. But pure stretch fours will definitely be in the damn game. It's going to be a foregone conclusion. You will see them. So those are my top builds for the power forward. I'm happy that we got a chance to see a little bit of what 2K20 looks like. Really optimistic about it. If the centers are moving that slow, like I've been telling y'all the entire time, you're gonna have to really look at these builds that you're making, because you can't have a center out there that's moving that slow, playing zone defense, playing a lot of these things that these teams play. They're gonna have to find ways and different builds and archetypes to come out there and play the way that they want to play. The center moving that slow means that the fast break, like I said, will be back in the game. You'll be able to get out on your breaks with the 2-on-1s and the 3-on-2s, and everybody can get in their lanes probably, and it'll be different, because with the centers, they used to be back pressing and still able to get back on defense. That doesn't look like that's going to be happening this year. So they're gonna have to find another way to press, another way to disrupt defense, another way to play zone. Like, all these things are gonna come into play. Now, if they made the court bigger and the players are moving that slow, it's definitely going to change the game completely. So be on the lookout for that, guys. Make your builds accordingly. I've been telling you speed is going to be important in this 2K, and it looks like I'm right, like I'm saying. Also, John Wall being a two-way slashing playmaker is very interesting. Very interesting to see some of those archetypes and see some of the names that these guys have given. We know that it's in the actual Play Now and NBA version of it, so my career could be totally different. My career definitely has its own lane as far as the game is concerned, but if we're able to create the similar archetypes that these guys are, I know that they said we were going to be able to be superstars, so don't take that lightly. That means that those things may be in the game. You may be able to add that third archetype, like I've been saying from the beginning of the game. Somebody been trying to tell me in the comments, they said it ain't gonna be triple archetypes. I'm not saying you're gonna get 3 takeovers, but I'm saying you're gonna be able to round out your player. You're gonna be able to put those certain things onto the player to round it out and maybe give them a third archetype, give them a third option, make them a superstar. That's what I'm trying to say. So you guys have to understand that I'm talking about the direction of where 2K's going. I'm not being technical. You can't be technical. Nobody's played the game yet, but I know the direction. I see where they're headed. That's all I'm trying to say, man. You might also try to tell me that I don't know what's going to happen, so I'm just guessing about what's happening and what's going to go down. Making a there's a certain thing about guessing, and then there is an educated guess. Something that you've been told, something that you've seen, something that you know already, and you're just applying information to it that you already foresee coming. Now, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but I don't think I'm wrong. Like, I wouldn't be sitting here telling y'all stuff if I didn't already have an idea of what is happening. So understand that. Please understand that. But you can make your own, hypotheses, your own judgment on it. I'm just here to tell you what I believe. I guessed the badge right, and I guess that was just me guessing some crap too. I'm pulling something out of thin air as well. It was an educated guess, and Mike Wayne just verified it being correct. But anyway, man, if you like what I'm doing with the channel, you like what we doing with the channel, my boy Boom's not here. It's late. It's sleep time for him. Give it a like. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. Like it if you've been here, because we're gonna bring you more. We got the center builds coming next, and that's what everybody's been waiting on. And believe me, after seeing that footage, everybody wants to see what the heck the center build they think is gonna be. And I'm ready to do my homework and due diligence and finding out what I think those builds are gonna be. So, without further ado, I'm off this thing. You understand? I'm off this thing.